My name is Neil De Beer, and I am the co-president of an international fund group called IFG. I'm currently the president of the IFA group based in South Africa, and with me is my esteemed fellow colleague who will introduce himself.
Jaume Paig, also co-president with Neil, a pleasure, of the IFG group, and at the same time I'm the executive president of a Custer fund and a Custer group of companies.
And I think what I always say to people is that business finds itself, and business has a way of finding business. But one thing that I've always said, and which my partner Jaume agrees, is that people relate to people. And when people get together and they share the same vision, they share the same destiny, and they share the same respect and honor in business, it's much easier to start a business. And I think when we went across the water to Barcelona, to Terrassa, we found Jaume.
Yes, and in this case, because sometimes we talk about shared vision, but you need to work a lot to see where these visions are coincident. But in our case, we found each other explaining our business models, and it was really nice to see that we were both with small different things doing exactly the same in similar niches of market. In our case, in Custer, our niche of market was wider because of the history of development of the group, and we were approaching from an investment perspective only one side of the infrastructure that it required in these countries, which was the water infrastructure. On the other hand, Neil, through his vision, had focused because of his background, his intensive background into Africa, has been focused on this continent, and had been much wider into the infrastructure subject, which was something that our group at Custer was starting to need if we wanted to serve properly the niche of market that we were attending. And that's when we met.
A lot of people said when they look at me and him, what is the best way to describe our friendship, which we have, our partnership? And I said, there's one word that I will look at Jaume, and I think Jaume will look at me, and that word is passion. Without passion, I can't do anything. And a lot of people say we are emotional and we do things with emotion. And I said, but why not? I went to Spain to find a partner and partners that stimulate me, drive me, and brings back my enthusiasm. To do this, I know Jaume as a person that was in sport. He's achieved great things in personal sport, in athletics, where he's done these runs in the mountains and spent 9 years in Russia, and I have a bit of a Russian connection, but on a different way. And building a company between passionate, focused, and undeniably visionary people is the magic between the IFA and Custer to become IFG. And sharing Jaume's vision is an absolute linking and a click between two people that understand what it takes to bring solutions to the table.
I agree with you. Of course, passion drives somehow our vision into strategies, into action plans, but at the end of the day, all of these things would mean nothing if the market did not require what we are offering. And what we are finding, Neil, I would say it's the other way around. If a problem we are having which I would not say that this in business it's a problem, is that whatever country we are visiting in those niches that we have decided to stay, is that when we come back from our trip, we always come with an over demand on our offering. This doesn't mean that it is easy. The financial situation of this market, the lack of all kind of organization make it very complex to progress, but this was already built into our model. We know this niche of market, but the reality is that not our technologies, this is not where we differentiate, but our unique business model. It's what really creates the difference, and it's in what we rely to say that we have really a winning model.
And the great thing is that in the 4 months we've been together, we have visited together Dubai, we've been together in Luxembourg, we have visited Lesotho, we have visited Ivory Coast, we have visited South Africa. And that already, just in this aspect, is to go to foreign countries as a team. And when we get there, it is the gelling of the two visions that is one, that in our opinion makes the IFG Invest Fund global, a real global company with a very great vision of supplying infrastructure, supplying finance, supplying solutions, and bringing a niche to the global market that does not exist. And I think this partnership between us is going to be a partnership that will, in my opinion, shake the world, to show them that it does and is possible for two countries, two cultures, two people to actually think like one. And as Jaume says, we are not actually fighting the market. The market is demanding that we enter the market. And I look forward to a great relationship. After signing the agreement which we've done in Spain, it was a great moment for us. I think it was a great thing where we could shake hands and where we could look forward to a great future. And I'm actually privileged and honored to have a partner like this at the end of my career that starts a new career, and I look forward to working with you, Jaume.
For me, it's absolutely the same.
Absolutely.
As you know.
Absolutely. And watch the space. We're going to fill it.